Hi, my name is Mpatli, an absolute lover of health and wellness with a deep passion for decoding the science behind it, simplifying it, and sharing it. And today I'll be doing that with rhyme. Thank you so much.
It's lovely to be here. Thanks, Mpatli.
Absolutely. Well, kids today are always on the go, from school to sports to play. And let's be honest, staying on top of their nutrition can be a little bit difficult. Ryan, I want us to unpack that. What is the importance of nutrition and diet in the development of kids?
Sure. I think this is a very important topic, and one, like you said, we don't get around to really looking after and looking into their nutrition.
Yes.
And I mean, we're all on the go. Our lives are busy.
Yeah.
And what are the easy, quick fixes that you get from a nutrition point of view?
Processed food.
It's the processed
Yeah.
foods. It's easy. And on top of that, what are the kids doing with their spare time when you don't have that time to dedicate to them, or they don't have the opportunity to be outdoors in the wild and that? It's screen time.
Yeah.
So we got these two sort of major negative influences on our children that a lot of us were lucky enough to escape.
Yeah.
Then with the food side, if we don't have time to prepare we certainly don't have time to farm our own food. So we go to the supermarket, and the easiest stuff is the most convenient, is microwavable stuff, quick meals, high glycemic foods that really do nothing for their health.
Yeah.
They may fill them up temporarily, but it's not nutritious.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
And I mean, talking about those processed foods, it does cause a bit of a nutrition gap. What is that impact on kids then?
It's a massive impact all around. One is, I've never seen personally so many overweight young kids in my life as you do now. It shouldn't be the case. And what is the cause of that? I mean, it's obviously, there's multiple reasons for it, and we can start looking at unpacking those to a degree now. But I think we've got to focus on the important ones. And, one of the main things I'd like to chat about is attention deficit disorder. And I think this nutritional gap and this exercise gap are the fundamental causes of this, of these emotional problems that these kids are having. They need to play, they need to release that energy, and they need good nutrients not only for their health and their bodies, but for their brains.
Yeah.
You think about it further to that, you got all these foods that are farmed nowadays have been stripped of their essential nutrients, their nutrient density, and then also the pesticides and that go into the food cross the blood-brain barrier. So these are creating an excess of free radicals in the body. And we spoke about free radicals when we spoke about Procydin. And that's why we actually brought out Procydin Junior. And we had to bring it out in a formula that kids would take easily, because it's important for them to get it in, and it's an essential nutrient, and just an essential for a kid as an adult. So it fills that nutrition gap. It stops the kids from getting sick. It deals with these stresses that the kids have. And nowadays we're all deficient, and our kids are deficient too.
Yeah. Sure. And speaking of deficiency in kids, what supplements would you say kids need to be taking these days?
I advocate for a healthy diet first. If you can get those nutrients in through your diet, it's better than the supplement. 10 out of 10 times. But what I would definitely recommend is Procydin or Procydin Junior for the kids as a number one. And it's really important because it's a misclassified nutrient. It should have been classified as a vitamin. It's essential to human health. We don't manufacture it, so we're all deficient. So that would be the number one. Number two, I'd probably look at a supplement like ProImmune or something to deal with immunity during winter to boost their natural immune systems. Vitamin C is a major one. And as you know, proanthocyanid and Procydin supports vitamin C, so you don't need as much of it. And then not from a supplement, but vitamin D, if you can get it from the sun. And us South Africans, we're super lucky. We've got sunshine 360 days of the year. And if you get that right, that will be your biggest preventative from getting sick.
Okay. When we talk about antioxidants and inflammation, we don't normally associate that with kids. But what's the importance of antioxidant support in kids?
Sure, Budley. I think we don't talk about it much in kids because previously, we thought about the pain points in like the geriatric population, where they need it more than anyone, and adults where they're starting to see symptoms already from this chronic inflammation. Because remember, like I said before, inflammation in itself is a mechanism of our immune system, and a very important one, that acute inflammation. So when you have a pathogen in the body or you have an injury, you get inflammation which deals with that, and it's dealing with it positively. But once it's all done and you've dealt with it, then that inflammation needs to go away. Every natural supplement, and especially ones that Value Added Life produces, is to support the body's innate immune system, because we have the ability to heal ourselves. We just got to be provided with the right raw materials.
Yeah. Support.
Including the exercise and the healthy lifestyle, getting enough sleep because you repair while you sleep. So kids are just as affected by these lifestyle stresses as what we are as adults. But we got this chronic stress in the background, and then combined with poor diet and pollution and pesticides in the food, lack of sleep. So all these things are a cocktail for disaster. And it's, we're feeding this to our kids, unfortunately, and not intentionally.
Yes.
We want to be able to create a sustainable wellness for our kids. Yeah.
And how early would you say they can start taking it?
Look, I mean, we recommend it from sort of 3 to 4 years. I'd say once they start eating properly and they exposed to these stresses. Remember, the little kids shouldn't be exposed to those psychological stresses in a massive way, but they will be exposed to deficiencies in their diets. They're eating processed foods. The mother's buying the quick pre-made foods for the kids. It's not always very nutritious.
Yeah. And is it okay to take it alongside other supplements as well?
Absolutely. There's no known contraindications. The only thing that I would say is possible indication with taking a product like proanthocyanidin or Procydin is when people are on scheduled blood thinners, like warfarin. So at risk of potential bleeding while you're taking these, they would recommend you consult your doctor.
Okay. And with everyday use, can you talk to us about the impact of using Procydin Junior in the short term as well as in the long term?
It takes a little while to get into your bloodstream. So we talk about 12 days in our literature and what we've read, but we've seen anecdotal evidence of it happening a lot faster, where you see better concentration, you see better sleep, mood enhancement, a feeling of vitality. You get hair and nails grow quicker. Recovery's quicker from you don't get the heavy legs or the tiredness. Growing pains is relieved to an extent, because we're not dealing with those excess of free radicals. Those are being neutralized before they cause a problem.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Ryan. Always lovely chatting to you. And if you would like to learn more about Procydin or Procydin Junior, you can check it out on our website, valueaddedlife.com.
Thanks, Mpake.